This is the story of Ibrahim Akhal, the Moroccan who stole more than 50 billion worth of gold in one heist and who escaped from two separate prisons in two different countries, and the whole world was looking for him. The story is like those stories we were used to do at the start, and now I'm sure you will like it. Stay with me until the end. Our story begins with Ibrahim Akhal, born 1995 in Belgium, but of Moroccan origin. He has a Moroccan passport. This detail is very important. Ibrahim was born in Brussels, in a municipality that among poorest that where he spent his adolescence. In a neighborhood with nothing but kebab shops and a convenience stores at the time, even though Ibrahim was young. Given the environment he lived in, he began crime little by little. His neighbors and the people living next to him say that from age of 16 he started doing small robberies of convenience stores, stealing phones, and even dealing with the drug dealers who were there. This took place between 2008 and 2012, but in 2015 things started going serious. In 2015 he pulled off a robbery alone on a convenience store. He enters with a knife, but they didn't respond to him immediately. Then at the moment he pulls out the weapon, and they decided to open the cash register. That day he stole 4,000 euros. In 2016 once again he pulled off another robbery, but this time with other friends. The attack took place buying goods for convenience stores. The goods sold by card, where there was a lot of cash in deposit. They were not in a branch in Brussels near the airport, and they attacked it this time with a war type AK-47 style weapon, and they got away with it. Not caught. In 2017 again he committed another robbery on a supermarket, but this time he brought a real gun, not fake, and this will be the first time he get shot through. He only gets hit in the ceiling of the store. That will be the first time he saves any penalties. At that point he began thinking big. The supermarket robberies are not making enough money for him. Let's rob a cash transport vehicle for bank of money. That's what he will do. He won't believe the complexity of the operation. One of the issues dogs are in the transport guards would guard them, and the team didn't account for that. So they store the transport, and the dog gets them. So that the transport company, the four-corn van, was attacked. The dog were not with them, but constantly were there. And by the attack, the police later discovered that they got some individual there. So they find the fingerprints and DNA, and they trace it back to Ibrahim, and they know who were behind the whole thing. So they gather his previous and new robberies in 2015 robbery will bring him 30 months. You see, in 2016 1 to 5 years, and in the 2017 6 years. So, and in 2019 8 years. Every time they add 1 year to the total, it comes 21 years they have to spend in the jail. So a long period, meaning that he would enter prison at 19 or 20, and he won't come out before he is 40. in the late 2019, he gets arrested in a prison called Saint Gilles in the capital of Belgium, Brussels area, known for its overcrowded and its old building, more than 100 years old. Brahim enters in the faces that 21 years old. He was sentenced to 20 years, but this story has three things you will love. First is a Moroccan. Second, he escaped from prison not once but twice. Third, he involves in robbery, and I won't retail now. When Ibrahim entered this prison, which called surgery, he knew he wouldn't serve these 21 years of sentence he have to spend in the jail without doing something. What he begins to do is separate his escape from that prison in less than a year. He is able to set up a plan on 27 March 2020 at 7 a.m. One of the maintenance worker leaves a service door open, and whether he was in collusion with Ibrahim or not, so one knows. But he left this door open, and Ibrahim exits from that door into the yard without being seen by anyone. That yard is not for prisoners, it is for the company delivering food to the prison and other services. Ibrahim reached, he was lucky, and the construction workers haven't arrived yet because it's early morning. He climbed up the scaffolds and jumped over the wall, and then he reaches a courtyard adjacent to the prison where there was a parking lot and a stolen car. Clio is parked there. He gets in the car and disappear. A year later, he shows up in one of the biggest heists in the world. The prison administration in Belgium suspended two guards. I tried to find the report that was made about this, but most information is classified and not publicly accessible to anyone. So what I told you is basically what is available to find on online. On April 18, 2021, a year after his escape, Ibrahim and his companion prepared one of the largest robbery in the term of value, and the way it was done, you have never seen anything like that before, especially in the Netherlands. The heist is somewhat original. It's not on a bank. It's not on an armored truck. It's on a referee that refines gold and platinum and deals with high value goods and a lot of cash. I have never seen robbery like this one. They began prepared first. They find the hideouts. They rent a place in the Netherlands where they hide weapons and use a garage to conceal the cars. They steal and use it in the operation. Normally, the garage is used for stolen cars that are dismantled and sold for parts, but this time it's used for the heist. In this garage, they place three stolen cars from the France, but they change their license plates. They look up the same model in the Belgium and swap plates. So when the police chase them, it will look exactly like the same car, but under the other registration. The will still has Porsche Turbo S and Audi S8 in black, and an Audi S6 in white. They will swap plates according. They will have heavy weapons, three-phase war type weapons with small ones, one heavy bomb type gun. They all have bulletproof vests and ballocks, so they all have the fights walking and keys to talk to each other. They all have police scanners ready to hear if the police are coming, chain cutter to break locks, screwdrivers for burglaries or to mislead police. This operation is like a film, but it's real. trust me, you will see the footage now. All that is ready, and once parties remain more the transport of gold and the platinum. You don't carry it inside, you haul it out, organize it carefully, rehearse it. They will film everything with a drone, and they preview it like much analysis guys do before a big game. They prepared for it. I told you the full plan, but I didn't tell you the name of the referee and the company behind it. The referee is in the Netherlands. It's called Second Metal. For example, the refines gold. It uses the first stage to clean gold with impurities and bring it to 99.5% or 95 grade. Then second to proceed to store it securely. Became it's worth a lot of money. That entire plan gets busted because of a guy named Waziri Deura, not Ibrahim. He is the only participant. Argued that he made the idea. He is from Senegal, and he noticed that the gold transport is always stops half an hour. That referee and that created his opportunity. They began to prepare the heist a day before the heist. They tried to break one of the doors there, and not to steal them, but they check the alarm will be triggered or notification sent to the police if broken. They check how many men are working there to make sure they are not going to be caught. Together with Ibrahim, they gather a team of people who had nothing to lose or owed money, so they would join to help. Ibrahim is tasked with driving the Audi 8, and the two others joined him, all with same objectives. The argue the haste must be done in exactly 4 minutes. Even if something goes wrong, they don't want past 4 minutes. On the night of the haste at 11:30 p.m., the cars left Belgium for the guard towards Netherlands suburbs near the capital Amsterdam, where the referee is. 3 cars go naturally stolen. The disabled the bash or the dash cams of one vehicle team goes. Another team remains in backup cars, so that after the haste they will switch cars, burn to the stolen ones, and escape with the others to destroy evidence. On the day they arrive at exactly 11:55 p.m., they load the weapon, test walkie-talkie and radios. Ibrahim splits his soldiers team to keep them from being identified at precisely midnight. 12 minutes past midnight, the cars arrives in the perfect sync. The porch enters and the parking at the same moment. 10 armed men exit their cars and assault the guard, unload the gold. Imagine they steal over 800 kilograms of gold and platinum. They have got war-type weapon, included the bulletproof vest extra, and often they load everything and tie up the stuff. They then trigger the smoke and create an alert to the police. That is the first moment the police realize something is going on. If not for the error, they would have finished the haste without any early alarm done for the minutes. And but the alarm goes off, and the police say or the police arrives, but they are not. They are a little late because they are dealing with a large amount of fire alarms, and the major stakes. They try to avoid the casualties and the collateral damage. The police start chasing them slowly. Meanwhile, they burn the other stolen cars. They decoys it, and the police surround the area. Chase from municipalities. The manager of the corner same vehicles to the others, and one stolen cars is now in the poor condition. So compared to the police cars, the crime switch vehicles, they are in a run with police. One has to stop. The runner is the one that breaks down, and the driver sees the corner. He enters a yard, and then there is a field like a farm, and they jump out of the car and run into the field where there is no cover. 100 to 100 meters ahead, they got out of the three cars and ran into the park. Another stolen car is caught at the entry and yard, and the occupants jump out and run off. They have seen and chased the police manager to corner them with helicopter support. Then once the criminal is cleaned or killed by a police fire. What I'm saying is that the crow is arrested. Ibrahim name, a lawyer, is not published. We avoid legal or fight criminal. The team included one of from the Brazil, age 43. Moroccan nickname is Al Hashimi. One from Senegal, age 40. One from France, age 37, and one from Brazil, age 37, called Nordin. The full team was made sure that Moroccan had the idea of escaping. He didn't follow them into the brush. He stayed, given support via helicopter tracking by sheer luck. He wasn't killed by the police. The police exist with clubs arrested. So what about Ibrahim? Where he is, he where the car and where the law is one of the group of calls police to report black smoke beneath a motorway bridge. The police arrive to find the Audi that Ibrahim was driving completely burned, and that spot was near the highway that could lead back to Belgium. A bystander sees them, threatens them, and drivers off. Meanwhile, the second car that they escaped in is found with a Belgian named found driving it near Rotterdam. He arrested, but there is still no trace of Ibrahim, not for the stolen goods. In the end of the car Ibrahim was driving, worth more than 4 million euros, is gone. The police recovered the other lot, and the arrested group get sentences to between 2 and 15 years depending on their participation, but Ibrahim is not yet tried. So those who escaped with him are still subjected to arrest if they found. At the time of speaking, the police is still don't know who captured Ibrahim or where he is. However, the burnt car and the trace of the other criminal confirm he was involved, and there was no way he can claim innocence. In 22 September 2022, he travels from Morocco to Guinea, and how he did that. He was wanted. He had brought a Guinean passport, legit, not fake. He gave a bribery to people in Guinea, and he managed to cross the new passport and then went to Conakry, Guinea. You might say someone did that before, got into Morocco and nothing happened. But wait, Ibrahim will spend 3 months in Conakry and Guinea to rest a bit and lie low. On the night of 17 December, he decided to exit via a boat at Newport. This shows he's not longer hiding through, so he didn't know who is looking for him there. But the Guinean police arrest him at the port. I won't add the music, but the story is not over. Guinea won't extradite him to Belgium or Netherlands, but does give him 3 years to sentence him for the passport fraud. He goes to prison, but he began to look for a way to escape. On 5th June 2023, he broke out by smashing the doors at the prison. So the next morning, his face is swollen. You might ask why? Because the jail has no dentist, and while going to the prison, Dr. Ambulance driver and guard, he gives him 30 million Moroccan dirham bribe to do that. So very morning, he will be taken not to the prison but to a clinic. In that clinic, he meets two motorcycles waiting. So he sprays tear gas or something like that into the guard eye and jump on the bike, and with another bike they fly to the court and disappear. That's the same night the Guinean Interior Ministry calls the prison director to the two doctors, and some guards are arrested immediately after that. The rich inmate has fled now to Belgium, start chasing him with Interpol issue, and I read notice in March 2022. They look for him worldwide. The case is very serious since Ibrahim location is unknown. The Belgian and Dutch and Moroccan authorities all want him. The next move is from Guinea. He is believed to go to Senegal, then Mauritania, then reach Morocco via the border crossing Gargarat. There is he will be arrested by Mauritanian authorities before crossing the Guinean Interior Ministry police, and Mauritania had returns with him by plan, along with the director of the prison from which he escaped in Conakry. In the trail in Mauritania, they make him appear on a video for a passport fraud. The minister promised Belgian authorities to hand him over so that he can serve the 21 year sentences in Belgium. That initial sentence of 21 years is now joined by 3 years. So he got in Guinea for passport fraud, plus everything that happens in the Netherlands. So there is no way out. The Dutch authorities requested for trial of the Heist. Since then the case has gone silent, and we don't know what happens to Ibrahim Ahal. Although all that happens, I hope that I will receive a human treatment in Guinea, and nothing goes beyond. That is far and fair. He didn't, and he did something and the most served to the time, but it should not be more than appreciate. I will keep following this case because it is still fresh, and if there is any new updates, I will post on the other or even here. Insert yourself there because I post many things. So I hope you are going hooked by this video, and don't forget to share it and like it and comment and something relevant. Have a good day, and bye for now.